The meaning of the waters. Fill in the blanks with the following words: little, muddy, painted, ahead. Vocabulary: deck, heat, mosquito, bear, barely, bank, bent, wearily, prow. He sat on the deck of the small river boat as it crawled along the muddy brown waters of the Amazon. The heat and the mosquito had become almost too much for them to bear. He would have liked to have dived into the cool waters, but he knew it was far too dangerous. Waving his hand in front of his face, Alan did what he could do to keep the mosquitoes away with little effect. Here, the waters were so wide that they could barely see the riverbanks. At times, I felt as if they were at sea rather than on a river. Up ahead, Alan could see a wide bend in the river, and as the boat approached it, the crew members began to wave and to call him. Wearily, he stood up and walked to the prow, where three of the men were pointing ahead. Then, as they rounded the bend, he saw it. As if painted by a magical hand, there was a line in the water. On one side, the brown water he had grown so used to, and on the other, water that was black as night. It was the meeting of the waters. The answers from gap filling exercise in the meeting of the waters. Mirror boots. Vocabulary: adventure, sight, hate, to be honest, impressive, apparently. Underline at least 3 facts about mirror boots. Day 12 of our American adventure, still in California, but not in San Francisco anymore. Having seen most of the side of San Francisco, and having spent 5 days in the city, we thought we'd maybe like to kind of get back to nature, you know. It's a great city, but we felt like we needed to relax. So, my dad rented a car and we headed north to come here and see mirror boots. We drove over the Golden Gate to get here. How cool is that? Now, to be honest, I wasn't if I'd really be interested in seeing a bunch of trees further south in California, but they're still pretty amazing. Mostly, they're over 70 meters tall. The one of them apparently is 79 meters, and they're old, mostly between 500 and 800 years old. But some are over 1,000 years old. These are the facts about mirror boots. There are a lot of redwood trees there. Mostly, they are over 70 meters tall, aged between 500 and 800 years old, but some 1,000 years old. Ayers Rock. Vocabulary: aboriginal, circumference, imposing, sandy, plain, enormous, astounding, delicate, move, veil, entire, rude, sacred, religious, track, respect. Underline at least 3 facts about Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock, or Uluru, to call it by its original Aboriginal name, in Central Australia, is 9 kilometers in circumference and rises an imposing 348 meters above the wide sandy plain. The enormous size of the rock is astounding when you realize that about 2/3 of it is below the ground. That means there's double what we see above the ground underneath it. Depending on the position of the sun during the day, Uluru changes color between shades of the fiery red, delicate mauve, blue, pink, and brown, and rainfall creates a silver veil over the entire rock. Watching the sunset, you feel in awe of beauty of nature. There is a tricky 1.6 kilometers climb to the top of Uluru. However, the route goes over a sacred religious track of the Anangu people. They prefer visitors to respect their site by choosing the trails around and near Uluru and not climbing it. These are the facts about Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock, or Uluru, is 9 kilometers in circumference and rises an imposing 348 meters. 2/3 of it is below the ground, and it also changes color between shades of the fiery red, delicate mauve, blue, pink, and brown, depending on the position of the sun during the day. Hello student, welcome to MV channel. Little learning is dangerous thing. Today I have more information about these 3 places that you might know and some you might not know. Let's start. What are they? The first is Uluru, right? It is a 995-acre forest situated in 12 miles north of San Francisco. Wow. 240 acres of the forest are made up of giant red tree roots. Okay, close to the Pacific Ocean, they are often covered by fog, which provide a perfect environment for the trees to grow so tall. How amazing, right? Okay, Ayers Rock, also known as Uluru, is the local language. It is a sandstone rock formation in the southern part of the Northern Territory of Central Australia. Wow! Humans first settled in this area more than 10,000 years ago. How amazing! The rock is sacred to local Aboriginal tribe, and Ayers Rock is listed as the World Heritage Site. And the last one, the Amazon River. You all know this one, right? The Amazon River is the largest river in the world. Yes, it's the fact. The width of the Amazon varies between 1 and 6 miles. At the low stage, but expands 30 miles in the wet season. West season, what is it? In the wet season. Okay, until next time. Bye! In this part, I wish to share with you my own journey in regards to simple living. Everyone has a different definition of what this means. I think that's perfectly fine, since everyone's life and choices are unique. This is a little bit of my personal story, and let's learn geography related vocabulary. A lake, a large area of water surrounded by land and not connected to the sea. A coral reef, a large underwater structures composed of the skeletons of coral. A bay, a part of the coast where the land curves in. A plain, a large area of flat land. A cliff, a high area of rock with a very steep side. A desert, an area often covered with sand or rocks. A glacier, a large mass of ice that moves slowly. A mountain range, a series of mountains that are connected together to form a long line of mountains. A waterfall, water from a river or stream dropping from a higher to a lower point. A canyon, a deep narrow valley with steep sides and always with the stream flowing through it.
I appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you so much for learning English with me. I'll see you next time for a new lesson. Bye.